Hello? There we go. Alright, should be fixed. Welcome to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Tynamo Community Day, and I'm going to be hosting some Pikachu Raids in Scarlet and Violet as well. Let me get an incense going here. Is it Stardust today? I don't even know what the bonuses are. Let me check real quick. Because I may actually want to pop a star piece, potentially. Okay, no. Okay. This is fine. Right. Welcome to the stream. Yo, PHG, great to see you, and Kimberly. It's been a minute, PHG. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, let me get my headphones on as well. If anyone wants to do any Pikachu raids and you don't know what to run, just let me know and we can figure it out together. Let me go find one. There we go. Right. Let's catch some of these initial, I don't know. Also, let me connect to the internet. Is that working right? Okay, I think that's better. Yo, what's up, Ada? Why is it turned down so much? Welcome to the stream, hope you're all doing well. Just started Tynamo Community Day here. I'm gonna head over and find a Pikachu raid also. Let's see, where is that? So I'll give it some candy. There it is. No, that's awesome. Enjoy your game. That sounds fun. No rush. I'll be here for a minute. I mean, I just started, you know. I don't know if I'll stay on for the whole community day, but I would like to get some shiny Tynamo. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit that like button. It does help the content out a lot here for me. Thanks a lot. Oh my gosh, remember I was trying to hunt Cloth back in the day and I never got it. That's one I should hunt again. Wow, why do I've been hunting a lot of different shinies in the game, but that's one that I just completely forgot about until I just ran past it. Alright, where's that? Oh. Can they turn on the vibrate? So I can hear when something spawns. I'm not paying attention the entire time. Alright, if you want to join, feel free. I'm going to put the code in the chat. We'll see if we get any people this early in the stream. Yeah, I was about to say, I do remember your hunt for Cloth and you went for the eggs. Oh my gosh, and your game crashed. That's right. Oh my gosh, remember like how often that happened? That was a nightmare for the game. So I have a hundo Tynamo. I'm gonna evolve it real quick. Right here. This is a hundo that I caught like a few years ago, like 3 years ago or whatever. I'm gonna evolve it all the way, just to start off the stream. Alright, let me change I'm gonna run Torterra support again. I can go on the offense late game too, but I have Sunny Day, I have Light Screen, and then I have Swords Dance, and I think Seed Bomb. Alright, let's go. Evolving my hundo. Getting that Electros. Let's go. I wonder, I should try to run this in Master League. That would be insane. Probably just get instant losses, but I wonder what, I don't even know what the CP it actually goes up to is. Is it even high enough? Actually, that's kind of respectable. Dang. Alright. See if we get any homies to join. Yes, so I know I caught what is it? Electric? Is that what it's called? The middle form? I know I caught a shiny one in Violet before. So I would like to catch a Tynamo shiny and then have one as Electros that I can send home for my Living Deck shiny collection. The quest is side order on Splatoon 3. I've never played Splatoon, but it does seem like a really cool game. Oh, it's all good, Kimberly. No problem at all. I actually wonder if we could duo this with these two Pokemon. I'll wait, but it would be kind of interesting. I wasn't even thinking about using something like Rotom Grass in this fight, but it might actually be a decent choice because of the electric typing. Because you do technically resist the steel move. Yeah, I'll just start it. I don't think anyone else is joining. Let's just see if we can do this. I'm curious. And I also finished these field research from evolving something. Let's catch them. Alright. I hope I get a shiny early on in the stream, that way I can just be more relaxed about it and not have to pay attention as much. Obviously if I went out, I'd probably have a much easier time getting a shiny, higher odds overall. All good, Ada. Well, like I said earlier, I'll be here for a couple hours probably at least. I'm not sure if I'll do the full community day, but yeah, I'll go for Sunny Day. I honestly don't know. Let's see though. Maybe after like this first initial onslaught, it looks like the Rotom got one shot maybe by Surf. Alright. I'm just gonna go for Light Screen. Iron Tail. And of course I get the defense drop. I do want Torterra to just kind of die at this point. Whoa, the Rotom already died again? Interesting. I have no idea why. Well, let me look at it. Maybe it's not max level. Oh, it's level 44. Yo, these Pokemon have to be level 100 in this fight. Whoever Ryan is, just so you know, you can't come into this fight with a level 44 Pokemon. I was wondering why it was just getting one shot in the sun and in Light Screen, but yeah, that makes sense now. Yeah, this is gonna be an auto loss. I'll just, yeah, it's gonna go fast. The Rotom will keep dying every time it comes in, and then it'll be over. Yeah, you have to use level 100 Pokemon for these type of raids. But yeah, at least we know the reason why. Torterra is a little spicy, but I was using it last time I streamed and it worked out pretty good as the support. Sunny Day helps a lot in this fight because it gets rid of the rain, which is boosting Pikachu's Surf. On top of it also reduces the water attack as well. So it's a really nice combination to like nerf the attack, the offense from Pikachu. And then I have Light Screen, which will help against the electric attacks or the Surf as well. And then the only other attack, I think it uses Iron Tail, which does have a okay chance to drop defense, which could be a little problematic, but for the most part, Iron Tail is not really doing that much damage, even with defense drops. So, good Pokemon to use in this fight. Stuff with Contrary, like Superior is really good with Contrary because you could just go for Leaf Storms, and what Contrary does is it reverses boost on you. So anything that drops your stats will now boost your stats. So using the Leaf Storm, which typically will drop your special attack by 2 stages, with the ability Contrary, boosts your special attack by 2 stages. So when pretty much you can just keep spamming Leaf Storm and you get +6 special attack. So every time you throw Leaf Storm, you're hitting harder, essentially. You're setting up while you're just spamming a move that normally wouldn't be a good move to use in a raid because it gives you a debuff. But in this raid, Superior is pretty good because it can just kind of like... If you have a support Pokemon on your team, you can run something like Lurantis even has Contrary with Leaf Storm. And you can even run like Superpower on it if you wanted to. And you can pretty much boost your defenses also. Sorry if I'm confusing you, but there's a couple Pokemon that are pretty good for this. Superior, Lurantis, Arboliva is pretty good too, because it can set up the grassy terrain, which will help give you some residual healing. Grass Pokemon are definitely what you want to be running. Meowscarada is good too. I ran Meowscarada when it first came around. It's just that now that the Pikachu raid is back in with the 2 DLC additions to the game, there's more Pokemon that are in the game now that were not in the game but when this happened originally. I used Meowscarada. You can with Flower Trick, it's a great option. Shell Bell and Flower Trick. But yeah, make sure your Pokemon are level 100. That's also an important aspect. EV training too, I would go as far to say, goes a long way in these type of situations. If you don't know what EV training is, essentially a Pokemon gains random stats, hidden stat values from knocking out Pokemon in the wild in the game. So if you knock out like a Zubat, for example, you can get like a 1 speed EV. And every time you get 4 speed EV, so if you knock out 4 Zubat, you should be able to gain 1 speed in your total stat distribution of your Pokemon. So pretty much you have an allotted 252 EVs for every single Pokemon you ever catch in the Pokemon game. And the ones that you're using are in-game, they kind of get stronger throughout the game by knocking out Pokemon. But if you catch a Pokemon in the wild and you throw it into battle immediately, you're actually missing the opportunity to train your Pokemon even stronger beyond using something like a protein stuff is what you want to use. Aside like bottle caps, excuse me, for like IVs. So there's like it's something that most people will understand more of if you play competitive Pokemon, because these are how you build different variants of speed tiers, or like bulkier Garchomp, for example, versus just like a max speed and max attack Garchomp, which maybe is better because you can... I built a Garchomp, for example, in VGC that I was designed entirely to take a move from my opponent so I can just retaliate. So nothing could one-shot me. I mean, I guess an ice move, in theory, could still. But for the most part, I could like take attacks like a Moonblast from Fluttermane and then return Earthquake or something. Like that's how I like calced it. And that's huge as opposed to trying to just like always be the faster thing on the field. So there's like levels to it. I mean, I had Sword Stance on the Garchomp as well, so keep that in mind that, you know, I don't need to max my attack out if I already know I'm going to be using something like Sword Stance to boost my attack in the fight to ungodly amounts, you know. No, I'm not upset with you at all, Kimberly. Why would you think that? You should enjoy playing Splatoon, and yeah, I mean, what happened there on the screen is just, it happens. We get losses, you know, I mean, it's fun. Alright, so I'm gonna go for a Sunny Day, turn 1 here. Yeah, I'll go for a Sunny Day. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Ada. It's all good. Yeah, I'm just explaining in case people don't, if they're not familiar with the raid, you know, what we could be doing differently. I think I just got crit there. Did I get crit? Because that did a lot of damage. Way more than I thought it was going to do, honestly. I cannot tell if this is ever going to be a shiny. Like, even if I saw the shiny on the screen, I legitimately can't tell. For the Tynamo and Pokemon Go right here. I'm only going to know if I see the sparkle. I'm trying to get some of that XL candy too, because I thought it'd be... Oh! Oh my gosh! Sorry, it might be a little bit delayed on the screen, because... the cast, but oh my gosh, that caught me off guard. Like, I was just saying, I was just talking about this, it's so funny. My first shiny. Nice. Let's go. No, I love you being here, Kimberly. Thanks. Let's go, the first shiny of the day. Let me start. I think a lot you want to try to bring something into this fight that can resist getting hit by the water move. So Lone Raichu is super effective, of course, in this fight. It can resist like a psychic move, but the issue here is more that in this situation it's doing too much damage to you still. At least as grass type, you can resist the water attack, which is its main attack. It's going to be thrown throughout the fight. And also we resist the electric attack being a grass type as well. Also for Meowscarada, you want to run the item Shell Bell with Flower Trick. And you want to run like Hone Claws or something to raise your attack, because what you can do is you want to be able to heal yourself while doing damage in raids, pretty much. So you want to have an item like Shell Bell, and you want to be outputting damage, and then Shell Bell pretty much heals half of the amount of the damage you did to the raid boss. So at some point, once you use enough like Hone Claws, for example, to boost your attack, you essentially are going to be self-sustained, and you can't, like, you might take damage, but you'll heal it all back every time you use Flower Trick into Pikachu. And you want to make sure you're Terra Grass on your Pokemon. That'll be much better overall. Yeah, this one seems like really tough today for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on. I think honestly the easiest Pokemon to use is Superior. Like if you want to use a Pokemon that you just have to like click buttons, and even if you don't know what you're doing is a good option, run Superior. So, you know, I mean, you can catch it in the DLC. I don't have one built myself. Maybe I should build one. Because the Torterra setup, it's like, maybe I should be running something different if people are struggling this much. So just to show you, this is my Meowscarada that I have built for the raid. But I also think I just use this for competitive. Sucker Punch would not be a good move in this raid. But Knockoff actually would be pretty dang good. Oh my gosh. Wait, maybe I should use this. Because I was just thinking, if I run this, I can knock off Light Ball on Pikachu, which will also make it weaker in the fight. This might be the call to help out the fight. How about I do this? Let me see what other move I can teach it that would be more beneficial to the fight. What is that? Honestly, I don't feel like it really matters. Doesn't really have a great amount of, I mean, taunt maybe, but like I don't think it even does anything that we would need that for. Maybe Mud Slap, just for the chance of lower accuracy. Like that would be the only reason. But it's like, would there ever be a moment where I'm actually trying to do that? Probably not. Like if I'm using Meowscarada. I guess I could run Double Team, but it's like, again, kind of unnecessary. Yeah, I mean, Sucker Punch is terrible. I'll just put on Tail Whip. Oh wait, no, it has a shield the whole fight, that's right. It doesn't matter. I mean, maybe there's a TM I don't have. I'll try using Meowscarada on this one. And if you want to bring the Arboliva again for support. But yeah, I would just run Superior if you're struggling. Do I want to battle? Not right now, just because I'm kind of multitasking already. I want to focus on trying to get some shinies in Tynamo. And I want to try to do these raids too. I mean, if people are struggling, like, that must mean it's their first time doing it, which is even more the reason to try to help them get the raid. You're trying to take down the octopus boss in Splatoon 3? That's cool. That sounds like a fun time. I'll go for knockoff turn 1 to get rid of the light ball on Pikachu. That way, that'll at least help out on its on the damage output. And I think Ada has Sunny Day on her Arboliva anyways, so we still have that to help nerf Surf's damage output as well. Alright, we can try this. I think Clodsire is actually not a bad option because of Water Absorb. Plus, you can, depending on if it's like what its set is, you could be running something like Acid Spray on it, which is pretty cool. Yeah, that's what I thought. I do like, I excuse me. Can't even talk. I do like the idea that you want to battle PhD. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to like turn you down or anything. Like I love having fun, like just Pokemon battles. Just that like right now I have a lot going on, it looks like. I mean, I guess I could maybe. It's just like, okay, so let's see what everyone's got equipped here. Yeah, this Surf still just like hurts. Alright, I'm gonna knock off. Like I said, I almost forgot about that. Yeah, see? I knocked off its light ball. And if you don't know what the light ball does, it's an item specifically made for Pikachu that boosts its offenses. So it's an item that essentially is designed for this Pokemon. Alright, I'm gonna go for a Hone Claws. Ooh, that's an Acid Spray Venusaur. What's my least favorite shiny that I have? That's a great question. Let me think about that one for a second. I could have went for the heal tier, but it might be better just to come back in with full health and then set up on the Pikachu for me. Because then I can just Flower Trick for the rest of the fight and pretty much heal myself back with the Shell Bell. So I'll set up a Hone Claws and I'll kind of like bounce back and forth to get health back. Maybe I should even go for like a defense cheer for the team. Synthesize is a great move to have in Sunny Day also. Like that's another benefit of grass types in this, is you can synergize really well with the Sunny Day, even if you don't have any like fire attacks or whatever. Not that you would need it in this scenario, but it's mainly that there's certain grass moves that you can, like growth for example, it gives you +2 as opposed to +1 when you're in the sun. It's a good trade-off. Alright, let me go for another own claws. And then I'll start flower tricking to get some health back. Yeah, because I really need to here. Yeah, look how much that does on not even Terra. Because it will always crit. That's its signature move. I'm trying to think of what my least favorite shiny is. The play rough is a little scary, I will admit. Of course it gets the attack. Here, real quick. I'm gonna go for a heal cheer on the team. My least favorite shiny that I have. I'm trying to think that one out. I think I'm in the Tynamo here also. Honestly, it might even be like this Pokemon at this point. I feel nothing getting this shiny. Like I have like 0 emotional attachment or... But it's like, I don't know if I'd rate it my worst. I'm trying to think of one that just came at a bad time. What is my least favorite shiny? Oh, why is this such a hard question? By the way, we definitely got this. Yeah, I guess small Pokemon like Tandemaus or Mousehold, things that don't look much different, but they're also really tiny, are my least favorite. Oh my gosh, not the double play rough in a row. I really need the Tera here. Because in my dark typing, the play rough is actually kind of scary. It's funny because I forgot this Pokemon even had play rough until this fight. But well done, everyone. That worked out. My favorite is probably like Heracross or Genesect. Those are usually the two I default to when I get asked that question. I need to think on what is my least favorite. I'm gonna look at them after the stream if I can't figure one out during it. I'm gonna actually figure it out so I have an answer for that in the future. Yo, what's up, King? What's up? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Alright, let me get another raid up here. Great job, everyone. That was cool seeing Venusaur in the raid as well. Alright. Go time set and get a new one. We got a lot of Herba in that raid too. That was crazy. We got like 3. We got 2 spicy, was that? Wow. That's awesome. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a minute either, bro. How's everything going? Did you get to go out and do any community day today or anything like that? No problem, Kimberly. I hope you enjoyed playing some Splatoon 3. And thanks for swinging by for a little bit. I hope you have a great evening. I'll see you next time. Yo, what's up, Alfie? Great to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I like that they finally included them in these 7-star raids. It makes them way more worthwhile grinding. Yo, that's awesome. That's a great haul. For the time investment, I love to see that. Definitely sounds like it. Any community days that you can get what you need as fast as possible and you don't feel obligated to play through the whole thing is the dream. You know, when I'm playing out with friends, it's one thing. it can go by a lot faster, not really feel like 3 hours. But when I'm alone and I'm like just focused on seeking a certain thing, it feels like an eternity. Today I'm just kind of chilling. I technically am playing right now. I caught one shiny so far, Alfie. Let's see. I just wanted to get a couple shiny. I had a hundo already that I evolved. And I'm gonna evolve a couple for, like one for Great League, one for Ultra League as well. That's a great point, I have not. Here, if I'm gonna run Tera again, so I can set up Sunny Day and screens. Yeah, let me do the snapshots. Thanks for reminding me. Alright, we have room for one more person if they'd like to join. Yeah, I'm just sitting at home doing it, being lazy. Just didn't really feel like going out much. And I saw an opportunity to host some more Pikachu raids at the same time. You just put your gacha on, brought your kids skating, got 7 shinies. That's great. See, no, that's also a good approach to these community days if it's not like your cup of tea or you don't care too much. Yeah, Lurantis, a great option here as well. Alright, cool. Yeah, I appreciate that, Ada. That's awesome. And it looked like it did work out like that. Also, if you are just tuning in, definitely consider hitting that like button on YouTube. It does help my content out a lot. Oh, I see there's a little one here in my incense. Nice. Alright, I'll set up Sunny Day turn 1. Then I'll set up a light screen. Okay, Pikachu. The Salamence, my Salamence buddy is so huge, it's just taking up a lot of the space on the screen. Alright, nice. No crit. And Lurantis has knockoff also, which is great. Yeah, that's great. Love to see that. Okay, so I'm gonna set up a light screen. I'm pretty much just gonna let Tera die once, and then I'll come back in and I'll go for setup. Unless it doesn't kill me by some crazy chance, then I'll just... I could technically try to go on the offense. Here, I'll throw some seed bombs just so I can get closer to my Tera. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at... I think I had some field research as well. Just catch that. I think they added Tandemouse into Pokemon Go recently. That'd be crazy if they made it actually good like in Go Battle League, like Mousehold. Alright. Now I'm gonna go for Swords Dance. Has anyone else, if anyone plays Pokemon Go, like Go Battle League, have you been getting a lot of lag recently when you play the game? I'll come back to that later. I wanted to see if it was a shiny, mostly. Maybe I should have set up. Stay in the ball, Sneasel. That's so annoying. What's Pokemon Fusion? Is that like a ROM hack? I think I've seen shorts of it where they... Is it where you can mix two Pokemon together and get a new Pokemon over, like, from the... Like, they take traits from both, right? Alright, this is pretty much GG. You haven't had much lag in GBL? Oh, your iOS. Yeah, I've seen Axon talking about it. I'm glad, like, people are actually listening. Yeah, I saw his video. And I'm on Android, so I definitely vibe it for sure. I haven't been playing much in general because of it. I mean, I like playing for fun, but it's been crazy because even though I've been playing less, I feel like it's more noticeable how much it lags, if that makes sense. Like, I'll play like one set and at least one of the battles will be affected by lag in some regard. And not all of them will end up being a loss for me when it happens. But for example, I had this one match, I have it recorded actually, it was just like, somehow the game just stops working. And it's like the ball of death and nothing's happening, it's not like moving forward in the match, it wasn't kicking me out. I was just sitting there for a while, I'm like, what just happened? Like, it almost felt like somehow my opponent did that to me because I was winning the match and it just like, in a very pinnacle moment in the match, it like lagged me out. That's why it was so weird. I'm like, I don't understand like how this is like... And even if it's just by sheer coincidence it's occurring, and it's not like malicious in any regard, it's the fact that like realistically how the player feels in that moment should be the biggest and highest concern to the developer. But it actually will never be, primarily because Pokemon Go makes so much money. If you even just think about Community Day, they have the research now, it's like $1, right? And to most people, it's like, it's not a lot of money. I can spend $1, and it's not like I have that much buyer's remorse if everything goes south, right? It's $1. I lose dollars on the daily or something, I don't know. Not really, but my point being is that in the grand scheme of the player base and Niantic, that's a lot of money. Like, if there's 1 million people playing on Community Day, that's $1 million just on one day alone of profit by doing virtually no coding, nothing. Oh my gosh, I forgot this is here. I was like, whoa, what the? I was like, what? I haven't caught any of the legendaries in the post game yet. I should do that at some point. I was like, oh. Like, it stinks because even if people point it out, it's like they have no real incentive to change it, I guess, because even if like most people that play the game probably don't even play Go Battle League, even though it's probably the most interesting aspect of Pokemon Go still at this point, like the competitive aspect of Pokemon Go. It's really interesting how like how much money a mobile game makes and how much they don't actually have to care about what the player thinks at all. Like, they legitimately do not even have to consider what the player feels or thinks at this point in the game cycle, because it will kind of just keep going on. Because I don't spend money in the game myself personally. I didn't do GoFest or anything like that, but I'm not judging people who do. I feel like regardless, it's like people need to just enjoy their lives, you know? Like, you can't really change a company like this without putting your money where your mouth is, realistically. And even to a degree, just actively playing the game is still benefiting them. Like, data is valuable. Like, people don't really think about it much, but our data, like our habits, like what we do on the daily, our routines, how the more they can learn about how they can, I mean, that's why the thing is the way it is. Like, realistically, you know? It's like, why are they not going to lower raid passes, remote raid passes back? Because ultimately, if they ever do lose, you know, say like people stop raiding remote because they're like, we're protesting this feature. They'll just remove it because they didn't want it there anyways. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a really weird situation. It's a very interesting situation. Yo, that's awesome. You got vet this season. That's still good, in my opinion. I feel like it's hard. It's gotten really hard. And that's why it's like difficult to play with the state of the game, because every match is a nail biter. People are counting, people are throwing moves properly. You know, it's not easy. It's not like, it's just a different world when the game, like, just imagine if you could just focus on being a better player. And I could play Pokemon Unite on my phone, and it's not usually ever an issue. Like, I feel like I came in, like, it's like insane the things I can play on my phone, and Pokemon Go will just struggle. It just feels almost like by design. Like, it's so funny, like, I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna get all controversial about it. I just think it's like one of those plain as day things you look at money-wise. Like, you just look at the money. If you just understand the money in these industries, why there's so many mobile games, why there's microtransactions and everything, why there's no complete games anymore, they're just ongoing. They never end. Like, games never end now. It's like, and it's like when you also tie in the factor of like content creation and like how people are more like inclined to like race through things. It's very interesting. I don't know. Like, I almost forget that I grew up in a time when if I wanted to hear a song, I had to like wait for it to come on the radio. Like, it's kind of crazy to think, like, you know, I feel like not to be whatever, like, I feel like I'm gonna be like one of those like people, maybe most of you are around my age too, like maybe you're in your 30s or like your late 20s or something. But it's like, I feel like my generation, at least, we grew up during the change of a lot of this technology, like the internet, like CDs, streaming, all that stuff. So we kind of like are very tech savvy by nature because we like kind of just like evolved with it. But like the kids that are born today are just like born into it, you know, and like they don't like know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they don't need to know, but it just feels like the more instant access you have necessarily isn't always like a good thing, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it. I just turned 36 recently. Isn't it crazy? I mean, 27, you probably were like still at an age where you kind of remember like dial-up and like the internet starting to a degree. I think I was like, I'm trying to remember how old I was when the internet started. Like, I remember getting those like AOL 6.0 CDs, and like one time I like called and I signed up and I like pretended I was trying to pretend I was like my dad or something on the phone. It was so obviously I was a kid, but I just wanted to like get a free trial of AOL online so I could download like a 10-second clip of Gotank's fusion, like fusing in Dragon Ball Z or something. And this is before those were even released in English. Like, this is it was a different time, yo. Like, I remember seeing Dragon Ball Z for the first time when I was a little kid. I mean, I grew up with Pokemon, like when it first came to the US. Like, I think I was 10 years old too, which is kind of crazy to think about. It's almost like it was destiny. Dial-up internet was so funny because good job everyone. If you couldn't call the house if you were on the internet. Like, you either had to, and also think about rotary phones in general. Like, if I wasn't in the room and the phone rang and you know what I mean? Even if I was home and I missed the call, it's like, that's what happened. Nowadays it's like, you have no privacy at all. You know, sometimes like willingly giving up the privacy, but it's like, yeah, there's like no privacy. Like, there's just instant access to everyone. This is like the first time in the history of humanity it's been like this either. I mean, also, excuse me. So, I mean, but they, you know, they always say like the generations prior always like, oh, the kids. But honestly, I don't know. Like technology is the more, it's not really the kids as much as the new technology, which is interesting because even like adults, I feel like struggle with social media. Poor kids. When people told you Doom 3 graphics look like crap, and I'm over here like... Well, the thing is, like, the reason why Doom was so huge is, like, creating 3D space with 2D planes was, like, groundbreaking on a computer at the time. Like, being able to do that when that game came out was just, like, unheard of. Like, there's just, like... It's all about, like, point of reference, like, when you look at things like that, right? Like, it's like when people talk about the Beatles today, like, oh, the Beatles are overrated. It's like, but you know who they are, right? And you know some of the, you've heard some of their songs before, right? Do you think most artists that create music ever have the opportunity to just have their music heard by that many people, even if they disliked it? You know, it's like the fact that you're even using that as like a talking point just like proves the point of the relevancy of it, right? Like in my opinion. It's just like the irony of it. It's like people think like I'm not sitting here like trying to be like, oh, I'm a huge Beatle fan. I like, it's like everyone goes through phases, like, but I can also like look at something and understand where it's at and the context of the time and place it's occurring and why it's the thing. To the degree I can with my limited perception of a human being. You know what I mean? I'm not like, obviously I don't, what do I really know? Like, I'm basing this off of like what someone else told me. They could be completely lying to me to a degree. Maybe it's all a lie. Maybe this is all. But you know what I'm trying to say? It's like, you listen to their music, be the judge for yourself, but like your opinion in that regard, like people who define themselves by things they dislike are just annoying to me. I feel like it's like a phase that you go through that where you think like people care about your opinion. But you have heard of me. Well, I mean, like some people, they just like, you catch them like behind this, like, you know, in the streets, and they're just, they act a fool, you know. Okay, let me change my Pokemon. I mean, I remember when Napster happened back in the day, Metallica was on the forefront of like trying to like sue people and all that. So I mean, like, you see, it's like, I get like wanting to defend artists' rights and copyright and all that, like, I totally get it. Honestly, like nowadays there is kind of like a less appreciation for the arts, since it's like, we're almost like in this like consume art and music lifestyle now, where it's like, I don't know, because like I've gotten into like music producing more recently. Like, I mean, I've been a musician for decades, and I've known music theory and played in bands in the past. But I just recently got back into producing music, and I've been trying to think of like, how should I go about making my music, knowing that there are no limitations realistically whenever I'm at a computer and I can do everything myself and layer it. But like, I still, even with that like in mind, I like try to put restrictions on how I'm like constructing and composing my music. Like, I try to think of it as like, you know, even if I wanted to play these live, they should be able to be performed live with a practical amount of people that I traditionally would have been in that type of format in a band. Maybe that's a little confusing, but like what I'm trying to say is, I put these restrictions by choice on the sound and music because I feel like it actually makes it better. Like, it actually kind of like allows me to focus easier and like do the things that need to be done within the composition. But the point I'm trying to get across is like, what I was saying about like music's consumable now. It's like, there's a lot of music that's made that's just like highly produced. And it sounds amazing, but I think about it also, I'm like, recreating stuff like this live is just like, almost like not authentic to the experience, if that makes sense. But like, that's the thing though, like, we live in a time now where it's like archiving sound and music and art. It's almost like more interesting to think about like the possibilities. Yeah, this raid's going a little bit smoother now that we got some people on the same page. Let me do some more photo bombs. I only got one shiny so far. I'm hoping to at least get two, just so we can have the full family in home. They look kind of cool. Right. Let me set up Sunny Day again. Swear this. Pikachu is always coming to me with that Iron Tail debuff. That's kind of funny though, Alfie. I just like reread that comment about like how they can't figure out like RNG and different aspects of Pokemon in Go, so they just add lag. Yeah, I have one that I caught already in Violet, the middle form. I caught it a while ago. I'm just gonna send these to home anyways. Let me see if I can finally catch this Sneasel. This thing is being very mischievous. Okay, I know we beat it, but it's just lagging. It's taking a little off of Pokemon Go there. I'll give a berry. I should give the berries to Salamence. Take another snapshot once I get another raid up here in a second. Thanks again for tuning in today, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you're having a great weekend. If you're doing Community Day, hopefully you got the shinies you were looking for. And yeah. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit the like button. It helps my content out a lot on the platform. Let me get another raid up here. 1 second. Playing at home is always, you know, it's never going to be the best way to play Community Day. Unless you're a spoofer, of course, but sometimes I get pretty lucky, and I actually end up getting a decent amount of shinies without leaving my house. I'm happy to at least get one so far, because there's still 2 hours left where I'm at. So, I mean, the chances of me not getting another one are pretty low, I feel like. But it's still possible. If I was at this point and I still didn't even have one, I'd feel a little concerned, but you know. It's not the end of the world either, who cares? We tried our best. Tried the best I was willing to put out today. Okay, not a shiny. Yeah, exactly. It's just such an annoying shiny that that's the main reason why I wanted to do the Community Day too, is because it's such an annoying shiny to hunt. This makes it a lot easier when I just don't even have to think about it and I just look at the sparkles. Alright, let me put the code in the chat. Feel free to join if you'd like to grind some Herba Mystica. Welcome back, PHG. I'm gonna try to, I think I have one more snapshot, if not two more, potentially. Okay. It's a regular one again. Alright, let me switch back to Torterra. Is Electros even going to be good? in Go Battle League at all, Alfie? Have you looked at it all? I was thinking about trying it out later tonight to make a video for my other channel. Mono Electric, honestly, I don't even know what the move it gets starting this community. I did not even look. I just realized I never sent out my Discord message. Let's go. I was hoping this would be Tandem Mouse. I only got one of them so far from a special research. Alright, I'll use Sunny Day again. Actually, the Lurantis had it too, but I could just use it just in case. Volt switch. Oh, okay. Does that even make it good? Yeah, I'll use Sunny Day then Light Screen turn 2. Like, I don't feel like, did it have good coverage? I don't even remember what moves it learned. How are you doing this season in Go Battle League, Alfie? Are you playing actively? One of my incense. I'll start throwing seed bombs on the next turn. Oh, okay. Is it bulkier than Ampharos though? Or is it just like blah? Sounds good, PhD. I'm gonna go for one more. I didn't play GoFest, so I didn't get a chance to catch any of those Pokemon. I'm sure they'll release them at some point in raids, but yeah. But to be fair, it's not like I was playing Master League. Anyways. I was messing around with Shadow Pinsir in Ultra League. I actually almost had a 3-2 set. And it just kind of got frustrating with the lag. I was going to make a video on Shadow Pinsir in Ultra League. Because it's pretty bad. But like, there was even like a matchup where I actually got a closer on a Steelix with a close combat. It was so epic, yo. Like, it was actually freaking awesome. Like, this one match, like I was leading Shadow Pinsir on the team, and I got a Skeledirge lead, and I somehow flipped the battle. It was crazy. Like, imagine losing to a Shadow Pinsir as you're playing Ultra League. You'd be like, I'm done. I'm done with this game. Yeah. I feel like it could maybe, I feel like Electros maybe could be okay in Ultra League, because there's a lot of like flying Pokemon, and I feel like Electric's pretty good in Ultra League at times. Plus having Dragon Claw makes it pretty good against the dragons too. Who knows? I'm thinking maybe Ultra League for Electros potentially could maybe be okay. I don't know, I was gonna make a video, like I did one set last night, but it made me so frustrated with the lag that I just couldn't even, like, I don't know, I look at it like this, like, why am I gonna even just like fight Like maybe back, like maybe like a year, like 2 years ago, or like when I was in the midst of like, you know, playing real competitive Pokemon Go and such. Like I would have probably just played through all the lag and been like whatever, you know. But just like nowadays, I just can't, dude. It just hurts. I just think of all the things I could be doing, like staring at a wall, getting the same type of feedback in life. Alright, let me get another raid up here. Oh my gosh, it spawned. It spawned right behind me. That's never happened to me before. That's crazy. Talk about convenient. Alright, let's go. It needs XL candy for Ultra. Okay. That's a little annoying, because I was trying to save all mine for the hundo. But I do have some. Hopefully it doesn't need a lot. Since it's like a good bonus for the egg distance right now, I have to just have that in my inventory. Feel free to join if you'd like to do some raids. Yo, that's awesome. I didn't even know you were like that. That's a good way to spend the evening. Once the kids are in bed. It's so funny. I remember one time when I was young, I think I was like in my early 20s. There was like I had this one friend, or like maybe it was like a coworker or someone. He was pretty, you know, tame. He didn't really do anything, he didn't drink or anything. And one time we took him to this party after work, and he smoked this. We were drinking like 40s or something, and he smoked a blunt. And then like he was saying like, wow, the way these two things mix together feels so good. And this one guy who I knew just turned, he just looked at him like this dude was like crazy. He's like, oh shit. He's just like, no shit. Oh, this is so funny. I'm not trying to promote you doing anything here by saying that, by the way, because that stuff's bad for you. Actually, alcohol is probably the worst thing for you out of both of those things. But, you know, everything in moderation in life. If you go on the internet nowadays, everything's killing you. You know, the microplastics in your cutting board, the red 40, the yellow 5 dyes in the United States. It's killing you. We're all dying. Can't GBL while the kids are awake, too distracting. I can imagine, yo. For real. Like, I know how you feel. I know that feeling. We could probably beat it with just us. But yeah, like honestly, like it's kind of funny. Like I almost wanted to make like a parody of those type of videos, because you know it's like there's some truths and there's some lies. It's like a lot of lies too, and a lot of this information. It's like, if you want to be healthy, avoid these two things in life. Water. Water now contains pollution all within the water. If you drink water now, it's more polluted now than it's ever been. You know, it's like just take water out of your life. And then the next one, oxygen. The air is now polluted more than it's ever been polluted. If you know what I mean? It's like, you can't avoid it, and we're alive. And it's like, what are we preserving ourselves for anyways? Death. Like, yeah, I want to prolong my life and live a good life, healthy life for sure. But I'm gonna die anyway. So like, I can't avoid it. You know, unless they somehow create some way to make us immortal. It's like, you can't avoid, you know, the reality. Sorry if that sounds bleak. I'm just saying that, like, it's good to make conscious health decisions, but there's a lot of fear mongering. It's really easy to do in regards to your health, especially. You know, like sometimes you just have to like do research for yourself. Not sometimes, probably all. You should always do this. 100% of people who breathe air die. Yeah, that's actually a statistical fact. Like, believe it or not, like, like that is just factual. 100% of people who breathe and drink water die. Breathe water and I mean it's just 100% of people breathe oxygen and drink water die. Prove me wrong. Welcome to the stream, Sombra, by the way. Shout out to Sombra, the homie on Twitch. I mean, yeah, if you breathe water, you will probably most likely die. But yeah, ultimately, there's a lot of bad stuff out there for us. I don't know, it's like tough because it's like a teeter-totter. It becomes like almost like too much. I don't know, like there's so much misinformation nowadays, and it's like it's so easy to self-diagnose. Just like the way content creation is nowadays, it's like I get recommended videos all the time of like different like foods that are like toxic in America and stuff like that, and I'm just like, we're gonna die. And then I'm like, wait, I'm 36 years old though too. Like, like I feel like I've survived for the most part, you know. It's a good run so far. Yeah, this is like a special. I think this was actually the very first Tera event they released in the game. But it is kind of like an homage to the Surfing Pikachu for sure. Because it got Surf, it's Water Tera, and yeah, it's like kicking our butts a little bit here. Wait, I should probably go for maybe I should go for Sunny Day, because I just realized I'm getting hit pretty hard here. If I can somehow Tera on the next turn, I probably couldn't live. I could probably live just because I'll be a pure. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna go for a heal cheer. No one has knockoff, yeah, for this fight. That's okay though, because we'll still be able to beat it. Wow, that Surf was... Wait, did that heal cheer even like really do anything? That heal cheer did like nothing, dude. Like what? Alright, hopefully... Oh, gosh. I think my defense was down too, unfortunately. If you want to do it, you can join one of these. I would recommend building Superior with Contrary and Leaf Storm. Alright. This is looking a little close for comfort. I think you run Shell Bell on it too, but essentially you can just like set up for free on the fight by throwing a Leaf Storms because you get that special attack boost as opposed to the drop. Yeah, Arbolivo is good. Yeah, I don't know if... I'm trying to pay attention, but I just don't know if there's enough time because I have to kind of set up fully. We might still be able to just barely beat it. Maybe. Gosh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'd even be able to get more than like 2 attacks off here. It's gonna be close. I don't know if we can do enough damage. I should have been paying attention to the sunny day a little bit better here in this fight. It would have benefited us. I don't know if this is enough time. I don't think this is gonna one-shot, even though I just Terra'd finally. It'd be crazy if somehow we just barely beat this. Yeah. Still too close. Yeah, so I feel like maybe that was like kind of my fault at some point too, just because I feel that maybe if I would have been better at keeping Sunny Day up on the field. Not having knockoff too kind of made it a little more difficult, but I should have just been making sure we had our screen and Sunny Day up constantly in the fight. I'll bring it up again though. Alright. Hey Colin, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Alright, I'm gonna put the code in the chat. Feel free to join. I'm gonna see if I have any more snapshots. Thanks for the follow, RJ, on Twitch. Alright, looks like I still have a snapshot available. I've only gotten 1 shiny sitting at home so far, which is to be expected. But yeah. Hoping to at least get 1 more. There's about an hour and 45 minutes left in Community Day. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be here for a little bit, Sombra, so there's no rush. Alright, there's another one in my incense. Is it a shiny? Tis not. Let's see. Yo, that'd be awesome. Alright. Yeah, Ogerpon actually is a pretty good option for this fight too. I think PS Man was in the raids last weekend using similar stuff. I think they used something else too. I'm trying to remember like what they brought. I remember seeing Ogerpon though. Mew's kind of interesting. Mainly just because it can learn any move. Alright, let's see. Oh, it's Covert Cloak, RJ said. That's the way to do it. You want to use the item Covert Cloak with Superior, that's right. Because you don't want to get the defense drops from Iron Tail. That's right. It also stops stat drops from Iron Tail. That's cool. Yeah, Giga Drain makes sense too, to heal back. I'm guessing if the Lurantis runs Covert Cloak then as well. Is that what it does? Because doesn't it learn the same moveset? Pretty much. Alright, I'll go for Sunny Day first. Oh, that's right. Contrary does raise the defense on Superior. That's a good point. That's actually a great point. That's so funny. I like never use Contrary competitively And it's like, it is kind of cool to think about all the different interactions it does have. Yeah. I like Arbolive a lot as support in this fight. It's a cool Pokemon. Yeah, knockoff is for the Light Ball. It makes a huge difference in the output of damage for Pikachu in the fight. For Lurantis, it's Shell Bell. Okay. Alright, let's go. Yeah, we're in a pretty good position in this fight. The cool thing about these type of raids though in the group, as long as there's some sort of like synergy between Pokemon, you can pretty much use a lot of variety. There's a lot of different grass type Pokemon that can work well. It's just that these contrary Pokemon tend to just be some of the better picks for the raid. They're fast, they're offensive, they do good self-sustain with healing moves. I guess in the case of Valorant, it's Shell Bell. Which is good in combination with Contrary and Leaf Storm. And that is another raid beaten. So far today, I've only found one shiny Tynamo. Hoping to get at least one more. Okay, there's one right here. Okay, not a shiny. GG's everyone. Let me get another raid up here. Some spicy herba. Alright, I think I see one of my incense here. It's definitely hard to see this Pokemon at times. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, so there's only, by the time Community Day is done, for me, this event will also be done in Scarlet and Violet. So if you're someone that may want to keep this Pikachu raid for offline solo grinding for a bit, I would recommend making sure you disconnect from the internet, at least within like an hour, just to be safe. Otherwise, it's like really whatever, right? You know, if you don't mind. If you're just kind of grinding it till the end. You got 16 Tynamo because you're greedy. Did you go out and play for a bit? What's the Tera raid that's coming out in a few days, RJ? What's the one that you're referring to? Because I don't think I'm familiar with... I don't think I've seen the news recently. If there's one that's announced coming after this one. You're talking about this Thursday, I'm thinking, right? I did notice they did do an announcement for a bunch of events, but I just kind of surface level saw the announcement. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, the Dondozo 7-star raid. Ooh. That's pretty interesting. Do you think it'll have a Tatsugiri? Like, that would be insane if it had, like, a Tatsugiri at the start of the raid, and it jumps in its mouth. That's really interesting. I didn't see that. That's a very unique. So is it a Mightiest Mark one then? Like I'm assuming it has the Mightiest Mark on it if it's a 7-star raid. So Gimme Gold's gonna come back too with the shiny chances, which is pretty cool. And then a normal Tera Dragonite 7-star. That's interesting. See, that's a cool one too, because IV wise, the way they do these raids, like all the ones are optimized. Like they all have max IVs, right? Which isn't good for special attacking Pokemon. So getting a normal type, Mightiest Mark, normal Tera Dragonite would actually be pretty sick for Pokemon, like competitively. But like I said, I didn't look at the news, so I'm just assuming just because they're 7-star Tera that they have Mightiest Marks on them. And these are two Pokemon that you wouldn't really think, like they're kind of like anomalies in comparison to. It almost feels like they're like going through like very competitively relevant Pokemon for these 7-star raids, because Dondozo made a huge impact on VGC, and I think even singles play maybe. I don't really know. I'm not a huge singles player these days. Not that I don't enjoy it, just that I'm not really involved or playing it actively, so I don't really know what the metas are like. VGC though, Dondozo made a huge impact. Dragonite, normal Tera, amazing with extreme speed. Honestly, just like a cannon when you think about it. It's one, like, a lot of these like priority moves is why Farigiraf became such a meta Pokemon, because its ability Armor Tail to prevent priority moves is just so good in a meta where there's like Raging Bolt and things that can just like outspeed you and smack you with a hard stab move. Hey Seven, welcome to stream, great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Alright, let me go for... Oh cool, the Ogerpon has knockoff here too. That's awesome. Alright. Let me go for a light screen. I got another Tynamo here. I'm doing well, Seven, bro. Just chilling. Just enjoying casual community day haul while I host some more of these Pikachu raids, grinding Herba Mystica. I need to write down a list of Pokemon I need shinies of still. Cloth, I need to consider planning a shiny hunt for that here soon. I'm surprised I still have not gone back to that hunt. Like I started, like that was like over a year ago I started hunting for that thing, and I just never went back. It is kind of a tedious one to hunt, I feel like, but it's not like it's impossible. You know, it's honestly just luck. Alright, let's go. I get one more sword stance, and then I'm gonna go on the offense. Okay. Seed bomb in your face. Pikachu, a disgrace. I don't think I've ever seen an outbreak of it. It must be rare for it to occur. Or maybe I just miss it when it does pop up in my game, like maybe I'm not paying attention to outbreaks. People just popping off in this fight. Can any Pokemon spawn an outbreak, even like rare Pokemon like Cloth? Like, I don't know if it's like rare, but it feels like its spawn rate is not as high as a lot of other Pokemon in the region. Yeah, definitely, Jonathan. It's a lot easier than it was initially. when it was released. I was saying a little bit earlier how Meowscarada was my go-to originally, but I don't think I've used Meowscarada once, I think, since it's come back, but it's not really my preferred option. There's way more grass Pokemon with the DLC. Alright. Let me get another raid up here. That's interesting to know, by the way, Sombra. Alright. Thanks again for tuning in today. Hope you're all having a great weekend. We find another Pikachu raid. Sombra, are you ready to jump in this raid? Maybe we can try to get you in on this next one. There it is. You ready? Okay. Yeah, let's try to get you in on this next raid. Alright, let me just spike on over. This is my go-to place for hatching eggs because a lot of items spawn on the ground while I'm running around, like, well, in general. So you can actually get a good amount of money just by collecting items off the ground while hatching eggs and such. It's pretty nifty. A lot of my shiny hunts where I do Masuda method end up me being in this desert. I haven't done a Masuda hatch in a while. I left off on Score Bunny. Maybe I should resume that and try to get the shiny Score Bunny. The thing is, I think with starter Pokemon, I've started to just lean more into the fact that they're definitely going to come out in Pokemon Go as community days, and I know maybe not everyone, you know, everyone has different stipulations to their shiny collection, right? For me personally, I don't really care if some of my shinies are from Go. In fact, even better, because they're a little bit easier to obtain. But yeah. That's the main reason why I'm like trying to get these shinies today too, is I don't particularly think this Pokemon is game-changing meta in any competitive format in Pokemon Go, like Electros, excuse me, for Tynamo Day. But the shinies are good for my collection because this Pokemon's super annoying to shiny hunt. Like, I can't even tell in this game if it's shiny or not. Like, if it didn't sparkle, I'd have no idea. Oh, so they're 6-star raids. Okay. So the Dondozo and the Dragonite are actually just going to be 6-star. Alright, perfect. Alright. Looks solid to me. I think the Venusaur makes this fight a little bit faster for both of you. Or at least for the superior, mainly because you are running... Actually, I think the Lurantis goes offense. It gets physical, doesn't it? I wasn't even like paying attention. The thing is, like, Acid Spray is great for the superior. And it's also good for Venusaur as well. It's kind of interesting that... I haven't been playing VGC much lately, but I feel like I didn't really see Venusaur get much play in Scarlet Violet as of yet. Maybe it's because there's stuff like, there's like better, I mean, I don't know if it's like better grass Pokemon. Yeah, maybe they would be considered better grass Pokemon. I'm thinking of like Rillaboom, Ogerpon. Like there's just options that are grass types that you might prefer over something like Venusaur. Oh, so it is 7-star. Oh, okay. That's really interesting to me. Oh, by the way, I released a new song last week called Things Change by Rob Sassy, if you want to check it out. I have a new song coming out this Friday, which I'm extremely excited about. I have a full album coming out, I think towards the end of September. I don't have an exact date yet, but I'm going to be releasing a couple singles every 2 weeks every Friday, every 2 Fridays leading up to the full release of my album. And I'm gonna be pretty much putting out music regularly from now on. So I'm pretty excited in general. The one I just put out is definitely the anomaly on the album. It's a little bit different. But yeah, the one coming out, I'm excited. I have 3 songs I've released so far. There'll be 9 in total on the first album. It's gonna be a good time. Alright, let me heal up the squad real quick. It's like already over. This is the fastest one that we've done today. Holy smokes. I didn't even like really do anything. I think it's like turn 4. It feels like what the heck happened? What even happened? I think... Wow. Okay. That was a very fast fight. Like, this part feels longer than the actual fight. Yeah, that was straight up just like... Good job. Well done. Yeah. Legitimately just threw like a nuclear bomb on it. You're right. I second that statement. Right. I would like to get a second shiny, but I don't know. Will it be a reality? I'll see if I have any more snapshots. I don't think I do though. It really does. Yeah, I have no more snapshots. Unfortunately. What about this little guy? Not a shiny. Let me head over to the Pikachu. Let me get it up. Get up the second, or not second raid, but another Pikachu raid. Alright, I'm gonna put the code in the chat. Feel free to join. It's open to anyone. I don't think there's anyone in the chat that hasn't done it yet, as far as I know. So, let's go. I got 100 XL candy, nice. Let me claim that. Oh wait, there's like a Tynamo Day. Oh, there's a Tandem Mouse. Nice. This will be my second one. Very nice. Thanks again for tuning in today. If you're watching on YouTube, will you please hit that like button? It helps my content out a lot. And yeah, regardless, great to have you here. Oh, I guess for people that might not have the stone to evolve. What's this? Oh. Oh, it's the second part of that build research I did, or I completed earlier. Alright, we have room for one more person, but I'm fairly confident that we would be able to beat it with this group of people as well. Swampert. I actually have never gotten enough Mega Energy for Mega Swampert. You know what's interesting about this game is they said that they put remote raid passes in the 7-day reward. I have not. I feel like I've gotten it once out of weeks of playing the game. It would be nice to actually get a raid pass from that. Because I mean, I don't think I even have gold from grinding gyms to spend on a raid pass. Actually, is that enough for a raid pass? It's not. That's actually hilarious. That's so funny. I mean, I'm not like, I don't really care if I mega evolve my Swampert like that. But if I did have the pass, I would actually be down to do it right now with people, if anyone wanted to. Yo, also, Alfie, if you're still there, you should give me your friend code and Go. I've been meaning to ask you that for a while now, if you're down. I don't know if we already added each other, actually. Maybe we did, and I don't remember. Yeah, honestly, I feel bad, Sombra, because I don't ever see the invitations when you send them to me. And there's times where I actually could help you. Like, do the raid. What have you been enjoying the most about playing Go lately? Right. Getting that sunny day up. The raids. That's cool. What level are you again in the game? I don't recall. Only 36. I feel you. Yeah, PvP is a little rough right now. We were talking about a little bit earlier how it's kind of lagging a lot in the game as of lately. It's been like this since the last season. I've noticed it pretty bad. I think it's only on Android from what I've seen. I mean, I'm an Android Samsung user, so I'm the target person that is being affected by the lag. But apparently it's not as bad on iOS, if like not existent at all. Alright, let me go on the offense. I mean, it's like already over. I think the Venusaur plus Lurantis or Superior combo is just amazing in this fight. Pretty much anything that has Acid Spray plus Superior or Lurantis is gonna wreck this raid fast. Still no second shiny. Come on.
I assure you, what your children watch, what you watch affects you radically.
You started a side account during GoFest to help yourself with the raids. That's cool. It does. The level up in the game is actually really fast these days. I feel like you can get close to level 30 relatively fast. It just starts to scale up once you get to like the late 30s and then all the way up from 40 to 50. Thanks for your help today, Wise Toss. Sorry if I'm not saying your name correct, but I really appreciate all the support in these raids. You've been doing great.
It's just a game.
Okay. So, it's a little underwhelming being at home doing community day, that's for sure, but I'm not willing to leave to go hunt this Pokemon. It's one of those things where I don't need it competitively in Pokemon Go, so I don't need to be looking for a certain IV spread. If you don't know how like PvP works in Go, IVs are so much different than the main series game, the way it works. Depending on the league you're playing in also. Like, you don't always want a perfect IV Pokemon. It's very confusing. Oh wait, hold on, let me time skip real quick. But yeah, this Pokemon, Electros, has a community day in Go today, and I'm mainly just playing to get some shinies for sending them the Pokemon home, because it's such an annoying Pokemon to hunt. It hurts my eyes, and also they're in water, which is already like a nightmare in Scarlet and Violet. Frame drops galore and can't even see them properly. So it's like, you can't even do a proper shiny check. Like, you're just kind of like guessing. I did hunt E-Electric, I think it's called. And the way I found mine was just by sheer luck. Like, legitimately, there's a clip of me hunting it on my daily Sassifrass channel on YouTube. And it's like under the short form content somewhere. I caught Electros, but it ran into me. Like, I didn't even see it. Like, it just ran into me. And then it was a shiny, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got so lucky that that happened, because I had no idea. I could not tell by looking at them. It was just impossible and hurting my eyes. Yeah, the background for the decks is pretty sick. You tried to find Tynamos during community day. Yeah, I feel that, Ada. It is hard for people that work nights, yeah. I mean, it's hard for a lot of different people for different reasons, for sure. Time limited events overall are just kind of difficult in games, but yeah, I totally empathize and understand where you're coming from. Yo, that's sick. Yeah, using Superior in a solo raid is like amazing. Alright, I'm gonna get another raid up here. Ladies and gentlemen, feel free to join if you'd like. Let me see if I'm even close to finishing this one. Catch 75 Pokemon in a single day. I might actually be able to complete that today because of Community Day. I've been pretty casual these days. I still keep it up with it for the most part, and I still play Go Battle League occasionally. Like, I have another channel where it's just called Sassifrass on YouTube, where I do make Go Battle League content. But a lot of times I run spice teams, like very out of the ordinary teams, and try to, you know, make it more entertaining and fun. But, you know, my elo is not that great right now. And also with like the state of the game, it's actually kind of harder to run spice, because you pretty much have to make amazing predictions. Like, you have to throw your moves properly, you got to catch moves properly, timing everything whenever you're doing. I mean, when you're playing the game in general, you have to play like that, but when you're running something that's a little spicier, you don't really have a lot of wiggle room to make mistakes or, you know, in certain matchups. You have some health issues, so the time events in Go are so annoying for you. Yeah, I understand that 100%. Trust me. It is something that's like just worked for the franchise for so long, and they just kind of stick with it. I feel like no matter what they do, the way they change it, whether it be, you know, we're gonna do it on a Saturday or Sunday, we're gonna do it in the morning now as opposed to the evening, there's always gonna be someone somewhere that is affected by this, just because the fan base is so vast and everyone's lifestyle is gonna be guaranteed a lot different, you know? Like, not everyone works a day job, not everyone works a job that gives them weekends off, you know? No problem. Sounds good. You go to sleep at 7 a.m. Yeah, and the heat. Yeah, it's been really hot. So this summer I've been fortunate because my AC in my apartment's been functioning relatively decent. Like, last summer it was a little brutal, but it's been really hot in California this year, like SoCal in general. I might host one or two more raids. I might just chill for the rest of my community day. I might try to grab some, like a late lunch here. Yeah, but for the most part, pretty relaxed stream. Appreciate people tuning in and hanging out and helping out on knocking out these raids. If you did play Tynamo Community, I hope you had some decent luck, got what you wanted. You know, at least I got one shiny on stream. I'm totally... It's better than what I had before. And I didn't think it would be like... You know, I do this often where I do a stream like this when I'm not feeling like playing Community Day actively. Some days I get 3 or more shiny, some days I get like barely 1. It's just the odds. Yo, what is up, Lucina? Shout out to Lucina, my homie here on Twitch. How are you, buddy? How's everything going? I think I'd be down to do a quick battle before I end the stream, PHG. If you set it up. We can do a quick battle for fun in Scarlet and Violet. I mean, how about we do it after this raid? If you would be down. Do you want to do a single battle or do you want to do a double battle? Yeah, you must be really excited about your trip. Which movie are you watching? I think Studio Ghibli is one of the pinnacles of amazing animation these days. Like Disney kind of like fell off. Studio Ghibli though, or Ghibli, amazing. Castle in the Sky, very cool. Yeah, I'd be down if you want PHG after this raid. If you want to set it up, let's do it. Sound like a plan? Alright, good game everyone. Thanks for your help. I'm gonna do a battle with PHG real quick for fun. And then I'm gonna end the stream. I mean, maybe if someone comes in that needs a Pikachu raid desperately, I'll help them, but I feel like that might not be the case here. Alright, I'm ready to battle. If you're ready. Just put the code in the chat. And then we can go from there. Oh, I just realized this is an outbreak. That's awesome, yo. Sounds like a very relaxing Sunday. How did your community day go? Did you play a little bit earlier, Lucina? No problem. Yes, Toss. Take care. Have a great evening. The granny pilot lady in the Castle in the Sky. I actually have never seen that one. I've heard good things about that movie though. All right, let me get into the battle. Good luck, have fun, PHG. Hopefully we sync up here immediately. It's very true, yeah. That's what there's a lot of care and attention put into those films. Oh, that's cool. Take care, Patrick. Alright, so 4 shinies is a good haul though. Or maybe not trying too hard. Alright. It'd be cool if there was like a mode that allowed the game to just pick random Pokemon. I don't even know, like, these are all doubles teams. Whatever. I'll just run whatever. Good luck, have fun. Oh wow, that's crazy. It won't let you do that. I don't have any singles teams myself, but I'm sure someone might. Alright, good luck, have fun. Oh, your neighbor Totoro. That's cool. That's cool, so she got you into it and you're like checking them out for the first time and realizing you enjoy it. That's awesome. That'll give you something to talk about as well. Alright, got a good matchup here. Luckily. Best joke. Oh my gosh. Torn anus. At it again. Living up to the name. That sounds like a welcoming experience. That's that tailwind. Not that I don't even know if I need it necessarily. That is kind of scary. Thankfully, it doesn't have the best accuracy. So yeah, this is like a rental team for, I think it might have been Regulation D potentially. It was supposed to be like a Bramble Gas team with Tailwind. It's cool that it still gets the attack boost from the Tailwind as long as it's active on the field. That's cool. I actually forgot this is Steel type. It's mainly because of defensive Tera for this Pokemon. I'm trying to remember why you run Steel. Maybe for Flutter Mane? Maybe that was why. Dude, Bramble Gas is actually gonna pop off right now. I didn't need the Tera here. I realize. It's not like it's... Whoa, I mean... Sure. Alright, I see another Tynamo here. Still no luck with the second shiny here. Alright. I wonder how much... Ooh, trick. I wonder what item. An Everstone. Bro, that's... Bro's cooking with an Everstone. Well, thank you. Oh, I'm getting hurt. I'm actually getting hit though by the Rocky helmet now. It's kind of funny. And I removed my resistance to the electric attacks by tearing. So. Sounds like challenge accepted, Lucina says. I mean, you want to feel a reaction from looking at art, right? Like, even if it makes you sad, wouldn't you rather feel something? Watch it, this menace right now. I lower its attack, only to heal myself. Let's go. Holy smokes. It's because that was a dark move. Will it get the flinch? Dead? I just noticed the name of your Pokemon. Your Mabostif's name is Dead. This must be Armin's. Is that his name? I don't even remember what the guy's name is. It's been... Wow, it just shows how memorable these characters are to me. Armin, is that his name? Or maybe it's not. Arvin. That's right. Arvin. What a funny name, Dead. You have a sense of humor here, PhD. That way you can get into your emotions, Lucina, as it hits you, you know? No one has to see you like that. You just have some snack foods, get into the mood, get into some comfy clothes. I mean, I remember when I was playing, but it's been a while since I played through the story of this game. I was about to like... It's like, there's something funny about why, like, never mind. I can't. It doesn't make any sense. What I'm trying to say. Anyways, this is where I'm going to be ending my stream today, ladies and gentlemen. We just did a quick battle with PHG to have some fun to end the stream. Good game, PHG, man. Thanks for tuning in today. Yeah, he was the Sammy. Yeah, well, honestly, the Sammys, it really did. That became a huge part of the game. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I only got one shiny Tynamo today, which... there's still an hour left. I might play a little bit still off stream. I don't know. We'll see. But thanks for tuning in today. Please hit that like button if you're watching on YouTube on your way out. And with that being said, the Sass Squad's getting stronger each and every day. You have good morning, evening, afternoon for tuning in, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks again for tuning in, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care, everyone.